So ladies and gentlemen, before the video starts, we're normally at Speaker's Corner on Sundays. Police have told Muslims that they can't pray in congregation in Speaker's Corner. So they said it's okay to pray just outside the gate. And that's where we were praying. As Muslims, we pray 5 times a day, so going to a mosque is not always practical. So when we're at Speaker's Corner, our faith allows us to pray somewhere out of the way and not obstructing anyone. Not to mention, it is well within the UK law, more specifically the Human Rights Act, Article 9(1). Here we're seen just praying outside, where a far-right agitator, Kelly, turns up.
Praying on the fucking streets! It's outrageous!
Bear in mind, she's platformed by Tommy Robinson.
We have to remove Islam from every single place of authority.
In her Australian rally, she attracted a neo-Nazi group and she tried to run as MP for Bristol Central and she didn't even get 1% of the vote. Yes, she came last. So now she hangs out at the park dressed as Jimmy Savile, standing in front of people and posting on a little Twitter page, "Oh, look at these Muslims bowing down to me." So after I finished, I wanted to have a discussion with her because that's what your boy does.
Our religion, and what we also do is we don't do this in the street.
That doesn't make it wrong. It's actually
Muslims
allowed.
Pray outside in Saudi.
We're talking about the UK. It's permissible to do this.
You're using our tolerance against
Can I finish
us.
my point?
You're using
Can I
our
finish my point?
tolerance on them.
We're actually allowed to pray in the street as long as we're not harming or stopping somebody from going past.
I find this harmful. It's
Okay,
harmful.
on what base?
Well, I find it an affront to 6-year-olds
Give
that
me
don't
a
want to get
precedent.
married.
Give me a precedent within the law that shows what I'm doing is wrong.
I don't need to give a precedent in the law.
You do,
It's
because
immoral.
if you say something
It's
is right or wrong,
against the cohesion of
let me
this
finish my
country.
point. Relax.
Well, tell me why you're doing it.
Relax. If you're
Tell me
saying I'm
why
doing
you're doing it.
something is right or wrong, I'm assuming you mean in terms of the law, correct?
No.
Okay, then in terms of what? Subjective morality.
Yeah,
Well, then I have different subjective morality to you then. It's the end of the
Okay.
conversation then.
No, not really. 'Cause
Well,
we
if
both-
it's subjective
No.
morality-
Why is your morality more important than mine? If I say this is immoral and it shouldn't be going on in the street, why is it that your idea of doing this ridiculous ritual in the street, why is that more important than my right to say I don't want to see it?
Because what I'm saying is in line with the law, what you're saying is not in line with the law.
Well, we'll change the law and then
Okay,
you
then
won't be
maybe
able to
when you
do it.
change the law, then you come back to me then.
But
Until
why
then,
are
I
you
can
doing
do it.
Tell me why you're doing it.
Because we're allowed to do it.
Okay, then
We
I'm
pray
probably
5
allowed to
times
do-
a day.
All right, then I'm allowed to step on this, right?
We pray 5
Am I
times a
allowed
day.
to step on this?
I'm answering a question. You asked me a question, right? You said, why am I doing this?
Why do you need to pray 5 times a day? Do you forget the first time?
So you're saying if we pray multiple times, that means we've forgotten?
No, I'm saying that if you pray multiple times, it probably means you're in a bit of a death cult.
Then Christians that pray multiple times a day, they're in the death cult as well.
They don't come and do it on the street, do they? Put their
You're
arms
changing
in
the
air, do they?
goalpost. If somebody does something multiple times a day, are they in a death cult?
I think Muslims are in a death cult.
You're not answering my question.
No, I think Muslims are in
no.
a death cult.
You're using selective
No,
outrage
I'm
here.
saying Muslims
If somebody does something multiple times a day,
I'm saying
does
if
that imply they're in the
Muslims
death
do
cult?
something 5 times a day,
So
they're
just
in a death
Muslims,
cult. Yeah,
just Muslims.
Yeah.
Well, that's selective outrage then.
Yeah, it is.
You're just targeting
I'm
Muslims.
selectively outraged by an entire religion that bases its kind of who is a perfect man on a paedophile.
Where are you getting that from?
How old was
Paedophile
how old
what?
was Aisha?
Aisha, some say she was 16, some say she was 9. It's a historical
What do you
point.
say?
It's a historical.
What do you say?
It's a historical
What do you
point of
say?
deference.
Okay, so what do you say? Yeah, but most Muslims believe that she was 6.
How do
when
you
she
know?
was married.
Give me a study.
Well, all of Turkey, most of Sunni
No,
Muslims.
Turkey doesn't actually.
Yeah, they do.
No, okay, give me a study.
Yeah, they do.
Give me a
I
study.
need to give you a study. How
You do
old
need
is
to
she?
give me
How
a
old do
study.
think she
You can't
was?
just make up stuff.
Look. I'm not your average. I don't
From
think
9
that
to
she-
16, I'm inclined to. I can understand the 16 argument. I can understand the 9
What do you
argument.
think of the Muslims
For me,
who
it doesn't matter.
justify a man raping a 9-year-old? What do you think of those Muslims?
What? If a person rapes a 9-year-old, it's abhorrent.
Right. So Muhammad raped a
Do you do-
9-year-old, and loads of Muslims.
How is that connective? I just told you the opinion of the Prophet marrying a 16-year-old and the Prophet marrying a 9-year-old.
Yeah, but they
These are
believe
two
she was
opinions.
9.
It doesn't matter what you believe.
Most people who believe she was 9.
They've got their opinion. They've got their opinion, right?
Okay.
Just like there are Christians that believe
And if
Mary
she
was
was
Mary
nine-
was 12.
if
Do
she
you
was
believe Mary
nine-
was 12?
No. If she was 9,
Why don't you believe she was
well,
12?
for a start, 6 and 12 are very different. 9 and 12 are very
Okay,
different.
how old was Mary?
We're talking about Islam. I'm not a religious person, so you're barking up the wrong tree.
I'm not. You don't have to be a religious person to know what age Mary was, because you said yourself this is a Christian country. So I'm asking you, a Christian country in a Christian country.
I'm not interested
Then,
in justifying your
then why are you
paedophilia.
preaching atheism in a Christian country? Then
I'm not interested.
why are you preaching atheism in a Christian country?
I'm born here.
I was born here as well.
I'm a cultural Christian.
You're a cultural Christian. Fantastic. How old was Mary then as a cultural Christian?
No, we're talking about.
What do you mean no?
We're talking about Muhammad
How-
raping a 9-year-old.
as-
Raping a 9-year-old.
Well, we're talking about God impregnating a 12-year-old.
Yeah, we're talking
Do you
about
believe God impregnated a
Muhammad.
12-year-old?
Muhammad, you're perfect
I've already
man.
answered that.
No, you haven't.
I have.
No, you
It's a
haven't.
historical
What do you
point.
think
I'm
of
going to
the
answer it
people
once
that
more.
believe? No.
I'm going to answer it once more. What do you mean
I'm
no?
not gonna play your game.
What game?
I'm not
You've
gonna
asked
play.
me a question. Do I believe she was 9?
No,
I told,
said, what do you think of Muslims who think she was 9?
and I told you that they've got their opinion from the hadith
Yeah, what
that
do you
it
think of
happened.
them? Not why do they do it?
What do you mean? What do
Come
I
on,
think of
come on.
them? Yeah, quick.
English.
They're allowed to have that opinion.
English, it's really
They're allowed to have that opinion.
So you think it's okay for them to justify paedophilia?
That's not paedophilia. What's paedophilia? Define it.
Well, it's raping. Underage
Raping.
Children, yeah.
Wh-
So she wasn't raped.
She wasn't an underage child when she was married.
She wasn't
She had undergone puberty.
She wasn't an underage child when she was married.
Yes, she had undergone puberty. Prove to me.
Fuck up as long as she's gone through puberty.
No,
Right?
that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying according to NHS, how old does a girl have to be for her to be considered somebody that's gone through puberty?
let's go to the law.
No.
You like the law?
Don't run away
No,
from
you
this.
like the law.
Don't run away from this.
Come on, you just quoted
Okay, the law is based and takes into consideration the findings of the NHS. What does the NHS say about a girl that's incurred puberty?
Can you, he just said that it's rape.
You don't want to answer that, do you?
What does she
Look at you
say
running
about
to the
puberty?
cameras.
You're
Look at you
talking
running to the
about
cameras.
raping kids.
What's the age that the NHS say that a girl can reach puberty? Let's see if you can answer that to your cameras.
On the basis of puberty.
You base your laws upon the findings
No,
on
we
the
don't.
NHS as
No,
well.
we don't.
Well, you don't base your findings on the NHS. Of course you do.
The age of consent is 16 in this country.
Let me
It's not
let me
based on
educate
the
you for a
age.
second. NHS actually says
I'm here for it. Come on.
no. Raping a 9-year-old is abhorrent, should never be justified. Now to answer your point, don't run to the cameras. I know you're getting very flustered. 8 to 12, 8 to 12 is what the NHS says. 8 to 12. So according to the definition that this country has imposed, Aisha was actually and had gone through puberty.
So she was
Now
a grown
that
woman and could consent to
that
sex.
she did actually consent to marriage according to the view. Yes.
Yeah, and
Can you prove she hadn't consented?
Well, we don't trust. We don't say.
You don't trust. You
consent.
don't. So you don't take the consent of a woman. I thought you were talking about women's rights here.
She was a girl.
Well, according to 1400 years ago,
No, that's bullshit.
yes, the
No.
1400 years
Why
ago
was
is
everyone
bullshit.
marrying 9-year-olds?
1400 years ago is
Nobody was
bullshit.
marrying 9-year-olds except your little pervy prophet.
And prove
That's
it.
the only person
And prove it.
that's
I told you that's one opinion, and you're saying no. That's what Turkey believes. That's what you're coming with all your fans. Oh, Turkey believes. Oh, he married a 9-year-old, and I'm telling you, I've answered you multiple times. This doesn't fit your script, does it? And I told you, according to that view, she consented. She had undergone puberty. Prove me wrong in these 2 points.
What, prove that she started her period?
That she hadn't gone through puberty, and she didn't consent.
Well, for a start, you can't consent at 9, whether you started your periods or not. You can't.
Based on what
consent
standard?
Based on the fact that she was a child, and
I just
surely
told
a
you she'd
perfect- don't
undergone
interrupt me.
puberty.
Steady on now. Right, based on the premise that children haven't really begun to be anything other than she had toys, right? She still had her toys when he married her.
No, she didn't have
Yeah,
toys,
she
no.
did. It says that in your heading.
What's the reference?
I don't know.
You don't even know. You've come here
No.
without a reference.
Yeah.
You've got all this group of people.
Darling,
You haven't given me a
I
single
would give you a
reference.
reference from the Beano. It's just as easily made up. I wouldn't give you a reference.
I'm asking
I don't
for
need to
you a
give
reference that's
I'm
not made up.
saying
How
that
about
the-
giving me a
I'm
reference
saying
that actually
it is
justifies your
very
point?
likely in this country, the majority of Muslims believe
Coming
she
with
was
no
saved.
evidence, darling.
Yeah.
How about give me one
Yeah, the studies
proper
show
reference?
that-
Give me one study.
Why do I need to give you a study?
'Cause you
Give
just
me
quote-
one study
you
that
just
says,
quoted
give
the
me
st-
one
you
study
just
that
said
says-
studies
give
say.
me one study that says that 9-year-olds were starting
You
their
just told me
period.
studies say.
Give me a study that says 9-year-olds were starting their period.
You just told me studies say
Yeah.
I asked you for a study.
You don't
Your
need a
response
study,
was,
really.
why should I give you a
don't need
study?
a study.
Then you proceeded
You
to
don't need
ask
to
me
study.
for studies.
You think girls
So
you think
why
girls
should
are
I
okay
give
to
you a
have
study
sex?
if you don't think giving studies is helpful?
Okay, so you
Why
think
is that
it's-
your criteria?
Look, you think it's fine for a man to rape a 9-year-old?
I'm going to tell you
That's
again,
fine.
and I'll try to say it slowly now,
Don't say
yeah?
it slowly.
I'll say it
without
slowly
less
because
accent,
you don't
speakers.
understand it, yeah? What accent? I can say an accent, I
Yours.
can say any accent I want, especially a British accent.
Yeah, it's not
We
British.
do not condone a man raping a 9-year-old. Have
So
you
a
understood that
9-year-old
statement?
did what?
Have
She
you understood that statement?
A 9-year-old consented. Is
Have
that what
you
you're
understood
saying?
that statement?
A
Now
9-year-old
I'm saying,
consented.
according to one view, the view that they believe Aisha was 9, there's evidence to suggest that she'd gone through puberty and she'd consented. For you to make
just
an
to be clear-
adequate argument, you have to now tell me that she was immature and she had not consented. Go
You
ahead.
met 9-year-olds. You met a 9-year-old.
Just give me
Did
the
you wanna have
evidence,
sex
lady.
with a 9-year-old?
Just
Is that
give
what you're
me the
saying?
evidence.
Did you want to have sex with
Just
a 9-year-old?
give me the evidence.
Just tell me that you want to have sex with a 9-year-old and you want to justify it
No,
with
I
your
don't
holy
want.
book.
What a low-level argument.
Yeah, it's not low level.
It's a very
Well,
low
if it's
level.
okay for
You've just
Muhammad,
come
why
with your
not
script
now?
and you
Have
keep
met a
saying it.
9-year-old?
When you're saying
Have
it's
you met a
okay for
9-year-old?
Muhammad, what do you mean it's okay
Have
for
you
Muhammad?
met a 9-year-old girl?
What do you?
Have
Why
you
do you
met a
think it's
9-year-old
okay for the
girl?
Prophet?
Have you met a 9-year-old
Why do you think
girl?
it's okay for the Prophet?
Oh, you're not going to answer, are you?
Are you not going to engage with me here?
No.
Then what's the point of this conversation?
Why
Walk
do
off
you
then.
think it's okay?
Okay, so you are going to engage
Why
with
do
me.
you think it's okay for a man, even if she'd started her period, and let's say with sexual abuse and trauma, girls do go through early puberty. So let's say she was 9, and you think it's okay if he raped her?
No, it's not okay to rape a 9-year-old.
Okay.
No.
To have sex with a 9-year-old, do you think it's okay if she started her period?
1400 years ago, if she's mature, according to that time, if it's socially acceptable, she's mentally ready and she's physically ready. 1400 years ago, according to that time, it was considered okay.
And
Today,
how many people married
today-
9-year-olds back in that time? How many men married 9-year-olds?
today it's not considered
How many
okay.
men married 9-year-olds back in that time?
Today it's not considered okay because it's not socially acceptable, and that's one of the 3 criteria I've given you. Now you're going to reinforce your view when I've told you it's
So-
not okay. No, no,
so
no.
your perfect man was a paedophile?
You should be keeping the mic here because I'm actually discouraging people from marrying children. But I'm telling you that 1400 years ago, if they were mentally ready and they were physically ready and it was socially acceptable, then 1400 years ago, that's what they would do.
And how many men married 9-year-olds back at that time, besides your paedophile problem?
He wasn't a pedophile. You haven't
Well, he
proven
was.
he was a... Okay, prove it. Define what is a pedophile. And this time use a
Having
proper
sexual
definition.
interest
Okay.
And raping a 9-year-old would make Muhammad, your prophet, a paedophile.
Okay, great. Did he rape Aisha?
Yes, because she was 9.
Okay, prove it. Prove that he raped her.
Are you going to say she could give consent at 9?
We've just gone over this argument. She gave consent.
I love it because I don't think you even know how disgusting you sound.
No, I don't think you understand how pathetic you sound. That using criteria 1400 years ago and then
How
saying
many men
and then
married
asking Muslims,
9-year-olds
would you do that
1400
today?
years? You're
Loads
just-
of men
No,
did.
they didn't.
Yes, Mary was
Show
considered
me the
12.
studies.
Mary was
me the
considered 12.
studies.
Okay, I'll tell you the study. It's actually in the Old Testament.
No.
Yes.
No. That's over 1400 years ago.
Okay.
Not older than
Okay.
your
Do you
Coptic
accept?
religion.
Does this country accept the Old Testament?
Does this country? I don't know.
Accept
That's
the Old
quite a
Testament.
broad thing. Most people
What do
are
you mean?
Christian.
It's a Christian country.
Well,
Does it
we
accept
take
the Old Testament?
a bit unlike you lot. We take it as more metaphorical.
Oh, who takes it metaphorical?
Well, many Christians.
Many Christians.
Yeah.
Tell me how
Theologians, you know, because we have
Tell
a
me how
Reformation.
metaphorical you take this
Anyway,
now.
tell me again.
In the Talmud.
Tell me again the
in the
studies.
Talmud.
I couldn't give
You
a
don't
fuck
know.
about the Talmud.
What you do is a
Tell
Christian
me-
country.
tell
You don't
me-
give a F about the Christian
tell
country.
me- Tell me about the
This
studies
Christian
of
is
the
based on
9-year-olds
Talmudic values.
marrying in Medina.
Did you just say you
9-year-olds
don't
marrying
give
in
a F
Medina.
about the Christian values of this country?
No, I said the Talmud.
Yeah, well, the Talmud is a part of the Christian values of this country.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No.
It's part of the Old Testament. And what did Jesus say?
Christian.
He's come to fulfill the law.
Right. So what we have is a man that
Now listen.
wants
Now here's what I'm going to say now.
justify.
Pay attention, pay attention. Let's see what she's going to say. According to the Talmud, the rabbis say
I'm
that
an
if a
atheist.
girl
I'm
is
an
less
atheist.
than in a Christian country,
Your
and
prophet's a paedophile, and I'm an atheist.
you're culturally Christian, you said this yourself. If a girl or if a baby is under 3 years old, it's okay for you to have sex with her. Look into Rabbi Rashbi's commentary. You can have intercourse with a 3-year-old. Yeah, 3. She has to be under 3 years old. If she's under 3 years old, you know what the case is? Her virginity grows back. This is what she's defending. Can you say you do not justify this and you reject the Old Testament and Talmud?
I reject grown men. I reject. Yes, okay, I'll say that. I reject you Muslims who worship.
She cannot reject the Old Testament and the Talmud. When the Talmud is saying you can have sex with a 3-year-old because her virginity grows back. The example is, it's like poking the eye. Oh, just like you can't pierce the eye, likewise you can't pierce the virginity of a 3-year-old. What do you have to say about that?
I say I'm surprised more Muslims.
Do you think that's okay because it's a Christian? You're culturally Christian.
The Talmud has got nothing to do with
It's based. The Talmud is needed for you to interpret the Old Testament.
You Muslims base your
And Jesus said he has come to fulfill. Jesus says that he has come to fulfill the law, not to get rid of the law. In fact, if you are to reach a very high state in paradise, she has to accept this. And Muslims are praying over here. And look, she's come over here. She came with this argument, oh, you guys justify marrying a 9-year-old. We don't.
Yeah, you do.
We don't justify marrying a 9-year-old.
Yes, you do.
1400 years ago, yes, because it was socially acceptable, because they were physically ready and they were mentally ready. That's our criteria for you to get married. Abdul Karim. Who are majority of the rapists in this country?
Well, proportionately, Pakistani Muslims.
No.
Yeah.
Proportionally or disproportionately? Oh, so you've just admitted that they proportionally do it. But your argument apparently is that Pakistanis disproportionately do it. She doesn't even understand her own argument. She was supposed to say we disproportionately do it, but she still doesn't understand that she just said proportionally.
No, you asked
Listen to what you're saying. Proportionally or disproportionately?
You disproportionately rape.
Oh, now she's changing it to disproportionately. So I'm having to. So you can't understand my accent then. You can't understand my education then. Yeah? So I'm teaching you now how to understand this argument. Who are the people that are actually grooming people in this country the most?
Pakistani Muslims.
Disproportionately.
Pakistani Muslims.
No.
Yeah.
No, according to the CSA, no, according to the NPCC. I've given you 2 reports. Now you give me one report.
Your uncle, your
give
dad.
me one report
Are your
where
parents
we
cousins?
do it disproportionately.
Just
One
to get-
report.
Just to get this
I
clear.
promise you she can't. I promise you she can't.
The ONS.
I said the NPCC and the CSA 2022 to 2023 have said, the reports have said, and you can check this out, that the
Why do
Pakistanis
Pakistani
do not
Muslim men wanna rape white
disproportionately
girls?
groom
Why
girls.
do Pakistani
Now
men
I'm
wanna
asking
rape
her
white girls?
to give me a report, a study,
answer.
whatever she wants,
What is it about
to
white girls that
prove
makes Pakistani
that
men want to rape?
Pakistanis do it disproportionately. One,
The crime statistics.
radio silence. The
radio
crime
silence.
statistics.
I'm fucking
What
talking.
crime
You just
statistic?
don't understand it because I'm a woman.
What crime statistics? Oh, now it's
Yes,
because
Casey.
now she doesn't say that.
Yes,
She
she
doesn't
does.
say that.
Yes, she does.
No, she doesn't
Yes,
say
she does.
Pakistanis do it
I can't
disproportionately.
understand you because you've got that wanker flag.
Relax, don't get triggered, yeah? And don't bring in, and you don't need to bring in the gender. You don't have to bring in the gender wars just because you can't give me one study. Just one. Lady, just one.
Why do Pakistani Muslim men want to
That's a
rape
question,
white
not a
girls?
study.
Why do Pakistani
Come on,
Muslim
darling,
men want
one
to rape-
study.
Don't fucking call me darling.
You called me darling.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
I don't think I did.
Yes, you did,
Oh, that was a
absolutely.
mistake.
You're getting very triggered now and using hypocritical values
Why do
between
you
both of
Muslim
us.
men do that? What is it about
Just tell
triggers?
us how we're disproportionately doing it according to one study. You've been preaching this.
according to
You
one
were there
study.
on
Baroness
UTK
Casey.
March of
Baroness-
Tommy Robinson
Oh, it's great.
going on stage.
Oh, Tommy!
Okay, give me one study, Mr. Robinson. Go on.
Oh,
What study?
Tell me. Well, I think more than one study is the evidence that we all know that what you Pakistani Muslims did is you had little groups where you would go,
No
hey,
study, ladies
hang on,
and
I'm still
gentlemen.
talking.
Nothing.
I'm still talking.
She is
Baroness
devoid of
Casey,
any
Baroness
argument.
Casey, why did you rape girls in gangs?
Baroness Casey did not
Why
say
did
that the
Pakistani
Pakistanis
Muslims
disproportionately
rape in
rape women. Let's try again.
Why did they rape
That's
any
another
women?
question.
Why did they?
How about giving me a study this time?
Baroness Casey.
I've already responded to that. I've read the report.
Okay.
She did not say that. Let's try again.
Go on.
Oh, no. You want help? You want help? Are you tapping out?
Disproportionality of group-based
Yes,
child
are you tapping out?
sexual
Did you hear me?
offending by men of Asian ethnicity.
Give me one study then. Prove it.
Baroness Casey.
Can you just have you read that study?
Yeah.
Okay. And
Yeah.
did the study say
Tell me why
Pakistanis do
you
it
think-
disproportionately?
Yes.
Why do you think?
Did that
so
say
many-
that Pakistanis?
Yes.
It didn't.
Yes.
It didn't.
Pakistani
It didn't.
Asian
Just
ethnicity.
answer the question.
It actually
why
didn't.
Why do Pakistani men
actually did
want to
not.
rape white girls?
I just
Give
read it
it.
out to you.
Why do
Okay,
Pakistani
read
men
it out
want
again.
to rape white girls?
From the report.
The report. Sorry, hold on. Sorry, the phone has gone funny again. It said a disproportionate number. Where is it? A disproportionate number of. Here we are. The data shows a disproportionately of group-based child exploitation offending by men of Asian ethnicity in these police force areas.
In which areas?
Manchester.
Rotherham,
Show me.
Telford, Oxford,
Manchester.
anywhere where loads of you
Show
live.
me.
Yeah.
You said we do it disproportionately.
Yeah, you do.
Full stop. End of.
Yeah, you do.
Now she's saying in certain places.
Gang rape. What is it about gang rape?
Did you not hear what she
What
just
is it about
said?
gang
She
rape
said
and
in certain
torture?
places. Listen to what she's saying.
Why do you think
on.
Pakistani Muslim men wanted to rape white girls?
Just read. Look, don't get triggered. Just tell me.
Why won't you answer the question?
She's telling me where.
Just tell
You
me
told me
why do
You
you think
insinuated
Pakistani men-
everywhere.
Yeah, it is everywhere you
Greater
congregate.
Manchester,
Everywhere.
Everywhere
That's not
you
what
live
she
in
said.
large blocks.
Not
Yes, it
according to
is.
this report. What did she say at the end of that
Yeah, but why
sentence?
do you want to rape white
In that,
girls?
in those
Why do-
areas.
why
What
does your
areas?
culture
The
want to
areas
rape
where
white
people
girls?
of South Asian ethnicity live. Those areas.
Okay, what about Birmingham?
Why do Pakistani Muslims? Oh God, yeah.
What about Birmingham? Was that
Yeah.
mentioned in the report?
Yes.
Was that mentioned in the report?
Yes.
What is it about
Was that
Pakistani
mentioned in the
Muslims that
report?
want to rape white girls?
Was it mentioned in the report?
Why do you want to rape
Was
white
it
girls?
mentioned in the report?
Why do you want to
I'll
rape
take that as a
white
no.
girls?
Let's ask her another
Why
question.
do you want to
What about
rape
Leicester?
white girls?
What about Leicester?
Yeah, definitely.
Nope, that's not
Yeah.
mentioned in the report. Show
Well,
us.
we don't need it in
Show
the report.
us. You mentioned one report 5 times.
oh.
Show us from the report.
No, I'm asking you, why do Pakistani Muslim
That's another
men
question, lady.
Well,
Let's
answer
try
the
this
fucking
again.
question.
Let's try
Answer
this
the
again.
question.
In
They
which
don't wanna
areas
answer.
of
He
the
doesn't
UK,
wanna answer 'cause he
in
wants
which
to-
area?
And
You
he
said
knows
where we are
that you
disproportionately
Pakistani Muslim
populated.
men
Where
have a
we are
fetish about
disproportionately
white girls
located
that you want to
in
rape them.
Birmingham, in Leicester, in Bradford. Has it occurred in those 3 places?
Yes.
Okay, what's the evidence for that?
Bradford.
Yeah, what's the
Is that
evidence
where-
for that?
Is that where
What's
all
the evidence for that?
Is that where all the inbreeding
What's
is?
the evidence
Is
for
that
that?
where is Bradford
What's the
where
evidence for
all
that?
the inbreeding is?
What's the evidence for that?
Why do you want to marry your cousin?
What's the evidence for that?
Is that where all the inbreeding is?
No, that's actually mentioned in the Bible that you can marry your cousin. God actually commanded it in the Old Testament.
alright to marry
No,
your
you guys
cousin?
think it's okay.
No, I don't.
We don't think it's okay. If you actually
why do you
look,
keep doing
if
it?
you actually look
Why do you
at
keep
what the
doing it?
commentaries of
Why do you
Ibn
keep doing
Hajar
it?
and Imam Nawawi
Why do you
say,
keep doing it?
we're actually
Why do you keep marrying
discouraged
your
from
cousins?
doing it. There are
Yeah, but why
certain
70% of Pakistani Muslims in London marry their first cousins?
they actually don't.
Yeah, they
There
actually
are certain cultural communities that do it, just like there are certain cultural communities that
Inbred
do it as
culture,
well.
do you mean?
Yeah, just like certain Christian.
No, name
yeah,
one.
they do.
Name one.
The African countries.
Show me the studies.
Uganda.
Show me the studies.
It's
What
a-
study?
You can just check it online
What
yourself.
study?
You don't
Yeah, but
value
no,
studies.
no, it's not true. It's
You
not
don't
study.
value studies.
Yeah, but you do.
You haven't given me a
You
single
do.
study.
What
So you
studies?
clearly don't
What
value
studies?
study.
What
You don't
studies?
even understand
What
the
studies?
significance
Actually,
of
a lot
studies.
of the Catholic
actually,
religion, a lot of the religions
why do
in
you
Africa,
do this?
Stop talking over
Why
me.
do you do this?
I know it's
Oh, why do
difficult.
these far right people do this anytime we're actually bringing
You're
a
far
coherent
right.
argument?
You're an Islamist.
Oh, so you're not a far right.
Islam is far right. Colonizing
What's the
far
definition
right.
of Islamist?
Islamist, you're
What's
the
the definition of Islamist?
I'm
You.
Muslim.
Let's try again. Let's try again.
A Muslim.
What's the definition of
Someone
Islamist?
who's authoritarian, wants a single religion, someone who would want a caliphate would be far right.
No, that's actually not the definition of Islamism. Let me actually ask you a very simple question, and let's see if you can do this without any help. Yeah, you talk about British values.
Yeah.
What are the British values?
Tolerance, compromise, civility.
I'd say fairness above all.
That's not in that's not in the list.
Sorry, you're telling me what a British value is?
Yes, because it's actually outlined by the government. Instead of
I don't
laughing,
give a shit what the government says.
okay, so you just make it up as you go along.
No, I'm telling you, as a 52-year-old British woman
Well, you're very old.
with British parents. Oh no, I'm old.
Incredibly old.
Oh no, I'm old.
Don't get triggered.
52.
You have to be passive aggressive.
Oh, you
Just
look
answer the question.
65.
Oh, very original.
See, there
Let's
you
get
go.
back to the point.
Why would you use
What are the
age
British
as an
values
insult?
and not the ones that
No,
you're
I'm
just
not a
making up on the
9-year-old.
spot?
I'll admit I'm not 9.
There you go. Now, when we ask them what British values are, I think it's fairness. I think it's fairness. There's
no way.
Okay, what
I
else?
don't think it's fairness. It is fairness.
Okay, so you think it's fairness or you don't think it's fairness?
No, I think it's fairness.
Okay, what other British values?
I think that's pretty much it.
That's it, just fairness.
Yeah, fair.
Fairness,
as in,
ladies
as
and gentlemen.
as in,
Apparently, that's British values. That's what I'm dealing with. She didn't give
Tell
me
us what
one
British
evidence
values are then.
why Pakistanis are disproportionately
Tell me
grooming
how
people.
Islam fits with
Number
British
two,
values.
when I was
How
asking her
does
for
Islam
evidence
fit with
from the
British
Islamic
values?
scriptures, she couldn't
How
give
does
one.
Islam-
Then I asked her. She's just getting triggered
Tell
now,
me-
isn't it?
tell
It's
me-
too much for you, isn't it?
tell me
It's just,
how
it's just too
Muslims
much for you, isn't
fit in
it?
with
Then I
British
asked her
values.
what British values
British-
actually are. The only thing that she could say was fairness.
Yeah.
That's all she could say. And now she's obscuring the camera, so I can't get my point across. Well, it's contravening freedom of speech. Why are you looking away now? You asked me a question, I'm answering it. Because it's contravening my freedom of speech.
That's what they do every
Should I be allowed
They
to have
shut
freedom of
us
speech?
down every month.
Exactly.
Is that not the same
So
thing?
I should be allowed to speak in front of my camera then, isn't it? That's exactly what I'm doing.
Shout you down like
So like I was saying, you're gonna have to move this, bro.
That's what we're dealing with.
You're gonna have to
We're dealing
move this,
with a
bro.
colonizing culture that wants
So
to
ladies and
change
gentlemen,
our
we're gonna end
culture
with this
for the
fantastic thing.
For the detriment.
Where I asked her what are British values,
Islam is
and
not
she said
British values.
the only one is
Tell me
fairness.
how British values
The
are
only
reflected in
British
Islam.
value
Tell
that
me
you
how
could
Islam
muster
is
up
reflected
was
in Islam.
fairness.
Tell me
You
how
didn't
Islam,
even mention democracy.
Tell me how
You didn't
Islam-
mention mutual respect.
Well, democracy
You
is
didn't
covered
mention
under fairness.
tolerance of other
I don't-
faiths and
I
beliefs.
don't want to be tolerant
I
of your
know
faith.
more
I
British
don't want to be
values
tolerant
than
of your
yourself.
faith.
When I asked her, are you against having sex with 3-year-olds, as mentioned by
was trying
certain
to
rabbis
say that
from the
having
Talmud,
3-year-olds
which is based on the Christian values of this country, she just couldn't muster up the energy to say that. It's fairly pathetic. She couldn't. She kept saying, oh, but you guys do this, but you guys do that. Low-level arguments, no evidence, and she's just silent now. This is what they're bringing to the table, frankly. I'll be in the park if you want a part 2 of this discussion.